Shalom, Israel. All praises to Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh. This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. Today, I want to refute some lies that history taught us. Our surnames are not slave surnames. Our surnames was created by us and stolen from us by the Caucasians. We created our surnames in the Dark Ages as the Anglo-Saxons, and I'm going to get into it. Here is a scholar that traces the name Anglo-Saxons back to Sons of Isaac, and I'm going to read. Her name is Sharon Turner, author of History of the Anglo-Saxon, agrees. Saka, Suna, or the Sons of Saki, abbreviated into Saxon, which is the same sound as Saxon, seems as reasonable etymology of the word Saxon. It takes no great leap of reason to conclude the Saxons is a corrupted form of Isaac's sons. All right. So we have one scholar that proved through the etymology of the word that the Anglo-Saxons were Hebrew from Isaac. Isaac, the son of Abraham. Abraham, the son of Shem. Here's another scholar, and it read, the Anglo-Saxon descends of Shem. Before we pursue further, we derive further derivation of the word sake. We will consider historical evidence providing that the Anglo-Saxon people have descent from Shem. We have already noted that Lyson made this confession, and Lyson was a Japhite, and he reads, I confess that but for the universal tradition which assign our descent to Japhet, I should have been rather inclined to attribute to the British Celts a Semitic origin, both on account of the relics of worship which we find in Britain, and also account of the language. Lyson then shows that there are literally thousands of words in English which comes from the Hebrew language. So we have another scholar that goes to the etymology of the word and states that most Anglo-Saxon words come from Hebrew. And we're going to go to one more scholar. And this is the earliest recorded expressions, Salakia. And it read, according to Brackney, 2012, and Fine, 215, the French Huguenot magistrate and lawyers, the 10 lost tribes published in 1590 provide one of the earliest expressions of the belief that the Anglo-Saxons, Celtics, Scandinavian, Germanic, and associated people are the direct descendants of the Old Testament Israelites. All right, and it read on. Anglo Israelism has also been attributed to our king, King James, who believed he was the king of Israel. All right, but it shows that even scholars say bear witness that the Anglo-Saxons, including more European tribes, were descent of the Old Testament Israelites. Knowing that history and knowing that we come from the Anglo-Saxons and our names come from the Anglo-Saxons, I want to go to the scripture. I want to go to Isaiah 45:4, and it read, for Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed you, though thou hast not known me. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, he the one that gave us our names during the Dark Ages as the Anglo-Saxons, and we Christianize our names as the Norman Barons. Now, who were the Normans? The Normans was Negroes, and I'm gonna get to it. They're gonna play with the history, but we're gonna take the meat out, right? The Normans were dark in complexion, often with dark hair and eyes. Like the Vikings, they shared similar dark intentions, whatever. We ain't gonna read the rest of the folly, but it shows you that the Normans were Negro. They ain't gonna say that they're Negro, they're gonna say dark. But it showed you that the Normans was Negro, and they were the ones that informed our biblical surnames. You know what I'm saying? And our Anglo-Saxons ancestors hearken, and this is why we have the names that we have today, the surnames that we have today. Now, this is a little history about the Normans. In England, the Normans introduced surnames after 1066. All right? So, them Christian surnames, these Dark Age surnames that we wear, it was introduced and put into play in 1066. I think after the conquest of William the Conqueror. All right? So these are our names, and we can use these names to unify Israel like our ancestors did in the days of old. And to number us, we need to be numbered. This is Isaiah 44:5. And it say, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. And we did this during the Dark Ages when we got introduced to Christ by the Normans. This is what took place. Now we're going to look at a surname. We're going to look at the surname Jacob. The name Jacob is of Anglo-Saxon origins. All right, so this is what happened in Isaiah 44:5. We took on the name of our biblical forefathers and surnamed ourselves by the name of Israel, you know, and we knowing this information, we could use this information and unify ourselves because we are families here in the Americas, Caribbean islands, and Europe. We're not strangers, Negroes. Explained in Numbers 1:18, we unified ourselves and kept census using the house of our fathers, of our families. And I'm going to read. This is Numbers 1:18, and it read, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families. So they declared their tribes by their families, by the house of their fathers, all right? By the house of their forefathers, the first bearers to wear them names. According to the names, all right? So we can tally each other up according by the pedigrees of our families and by the house of our fathers according to the names, because our forefathers in the Dark Ages, they left us something. They left us ruins we could build around. You know what I'm saying? They laid the blueprint out for us already that we could build the foundation around. They already built the foundation. Now we could build around it and on top of it, Salakia. You feel me? So this is small edification to show y'all that these surnames is ours, and we can unite Israel. We can unite every Negro in the Americas, Caribbean islands, and Europe if we use this doctrine precisely. Whoever don't want to hearken, we wash that blood off our hands and we move on to the next. I mean, it get no plainer than this. We could show you that you're an Israelite through your surname. That shit get no plainer. It get no clearer. If you can't accept that, if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack and you on demon time. We ain't on demon time over here. We on saint time, all right? This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. I hope y'all was edified, Israel. Shalom.